Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into something pretty amazing, the art of mastering your own body. We're going to see how you can use the incredible machine you were born with to build some serious, real-world strength, get back in control, and really unlock your physical potential. And the best part? You don't need a single piece of fancy equipment. So, let's get right into it. First things first, let's talk about the problem we're actually trying to solve here. Because, our modern lives, with all their comforts, the chairs, the cars, all those hours hunched over our screens, they've they've quietly disconnected us from our own bodies. It's this slow, gradual decline that most of us don't even notice, until one day it shows up in some really surprising ways. So, I want you to ask yourself this question and be honest. Maybe even pause and try it right now. It sounds so simple, right? But for a huge number of people, this tiny little action has become a genuine test of balance and stability. And that little wobble, it's a tiny window into a much bigger picture. Yeah, that wobble isn't just some random fluke. It's a symptom of this right here, a slow, silent loss of the strength, stability, and mobility that you're supposed to have. It's what happens after years and years of underuse. Our bodies just slowly forget what they were actually built to do. But, and this is the most important part, this is not some life sentence. It is absolutely 100% reversible. You can turn this ship around, and you can start today, right where you are. The solution is powerful, it's accessible to everyone, and it costs exactly $0. So, what is this amazing solution? Well, it's calisthenics. This is the key. It's the simple, ancient, and incredibly effective practice of using your own body weight as the resistance to build strength, control, and resilience. And, the name itself is actually pretty cool. It comes from the Greek for beauty and strength. It's not just about brute force. It's about combining the beauty of a body that moves well with real, functional strength. It's about becoming strong in a way that's actually useful and athletic. Okay, so you might be wondering, how is this different from just lifting weights? And look, weights are great. They're fantastic for isolating specific muscles and adding weight in tiny increments. But calisthenics, it builds something different. It builds functional, real-world strength that teaches your entire body to work together as a single unit. It improves your coordination, your control, and, for a beginner, you just can't beat how accessible it is. You can do it anywhere. All right, so where do you even start? The world of bodyweight exercises can look huge and intimidating, but honestly, it all boils down to mastering just a few core movements. We're going to focus on what I like to call the foundational 4. If you can master these, you'll build a base for pretty much everything else. First up is the push. This is your body's ability to push things, or in this case, the ground away from you. And the undisputed king of this movement is, of course, the classic push-up. It's a powerhouse for building strength in your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. But what if you can't even do one push-up right now? Hey, that is totally fine. Because this is the beauty of calisthenics. It's all about progression. You start exactly where you are. You begin with push-ups against a wall. Then you move to a lower incline, like a table or a chair. Then you go to your knees. Each step is designed to build the strength for the next one, which makes getting that first full push-up not just a dream, but an inevitable goal. And please remember this. Form is everything. A saggy banana back isn't just sloppy, it takes your core completely out of the movement and puts a ton of stress on your lower spine. Instead, you want to keep your body in one solid, straight line and focus on what your shoulder blades, your scapula, are doing. Think about pinching them together on the way down and then pushing them apart at the top. Next up, we have the pull. This movement is absolutely critical for balancing out all that pushing we just talked about. It's what builds a strong, capable back and powerful biceps, which are essential for good posture and a healthy upper body. And the ultimate goal here, the mighty pull-up. Now, I know the pull-up can seem really intimidating, but just like the push-up, it's a skill you build one step at a time. You can start by just hanging from a bar. That's going to build up your grip strength like crazy. Then, you can practice scapular pulls, which teach you how to actually fire up your back muscles. And finally, you work on negatives. That's where you jump to the top and then lower yourself down as slowly as you possibly can. This builds an incredible amount of strength. All right, on to what is arguably the most fundamental human movement of all time, the squat. Having a strong lower body isn't just for looks, it is the engine for almost everything you do, from just getting up out of a chair to generating explosive athletic power. And hey, if you're a little wobbly at first, no big deal. Just start by holding onto a chair or a countertop for support.
Focus on keeping your chest up and thinking about sinking your hips back and down. Once you get really good at the bodyweight squat, you can move on to lunges, which are awesome because they challenge your balance and build strength in each leg one at a time.
And finally, number 4, the core. Now, I want you to forget the idea of just building a six-pack. Think of your core as the central power station that transfers force between your upper body and your lower body. A strong, stable core is the glue that holds every single movement together. It protects your spine and lets you generate real, honest-to-goodness force.
So here are 3 must-do exercises. The plank is amazing because it teaches your body to stay rigid and hold a straight line. The hollow hold, that's the secret sauce for creating full body tension, which is so important for more advanced moves later on. And the glute bridge is fantastic for firing up your entire posterior chain. You know, your glutes and lower back, all those important muscles you can't see in the mirror.
Okay, so you know the moves, but just knowing them isn't enough, right? Knowledge without action is kind of useless. So now we need to put it all together into a simple, effective routine that you can actually stick with and turn into a real habit.
For anyone just starting out, the goal is consistency, not total exhaustion. 3 full body workouts a week is really the sweet spot. It gives your body enough of a challenge to get stronger, but it also gives your muscles enough time, like 24 to 48 hours, to recover, repair, and grow.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Here is a super simple plan to get you started. See how we've got a push, a pull, a squat, and a core exercise? Just aim for 3 sets of each. And don't get obsessed with hitting these exact numbers. Just focus on really good form and trying to do just a little bit better than you did last time. And that brings us to maybe the single most important principle for getting stronger: progressive overload. Now, it sounds really technical, but I promise it's super simple. All it means is that you have to consistently ask your body to do a little more than it's used to. That's it. It could mean doing 1 more rep, resting a little less between sets, or maybe moving to a harder version of an exercise. This is the simple secret that guarantees you'll keep making progress. So let's bring this all home. This whole journey, it's not just about doing some exercises. It's about a fundamental shift in how you live in your own body. It's about reclaiming the physical freedom and power that our modern lives have slowly tried to chip away. I absolutely love this quote because it just reframes everything perfectly. If you feel weak or unstable or just plain out of shape right now, that is not a reason to feel bad or give up. It is the perfect reason to start. Your potential for progress is massive, and every single small victory is going to feel like a giant leap forward. So really, it all comes down to this one question. You carry your gym with you everywhere you go. It is the most advanced, most adaptable, most incredible piece of equipment you will ever own. It's time to learn how to use it. Are you ready to take back control?